Hey, how's it going, everybody? Albert here, StoryTap. And today I'm super excited to announce our massive product release for May 18th, 2023. To summarize, we'll be talking about our new multilingual closed captioning feature, some updates to reports, direct Google Analytics integration to support GA4, storyline updates, Q&A enhancements, and a couple miscellaneous features to talk about. So without further ado, let's jump on in and let's take a look at our multilingual closed captioning. So on our system, once you've enabled multilingual closed captioning under your company's settings, when you go to a storyline and scroll to the very bottom, you're going to see a new section that says captions. From here, you can toggle all the different languages that you want to support. So that way we can do auto translation for videos that are being received for this particular storyline to support the following languages in closed captioning. Now, once you've collected a bunch of videos, they've received them, and we've moderated them on our system, you can then go to our video library and you're going to notice that there is this little globe icon. Essentially, this confirms that this video has been auto-translated to languages that you selected in that storyline. Now, when we click that video and we go to that specific landing page, now when you hit that video and you hit pause, you're going to be able to click the closed captioning icon here, and you're going to see a list of all the different languages that we support. So instead of English, if you wanted to switch over to Italian, that will change it to Italian. When I see German, you can do German. And if you look down below here, we can also see that the transcription down below has been updated. So again, this is a super huge feature that we're very excited about, just to highlight the closed captioning detection that we have in our system and how we can now auto-translate depending on the language needs that you're looking for. Now, moving on to our next section, I will be talking about our reports. So in our reports here, we have a new tab on the left section here that highlights a bunch of new report sections. When you click this, you're going to see Overview, which is our standard report section that you've seen in the past. We have Web Embeds, which is our new exciting overview behind embed performance that you guys have and the stats on the performance with sessions as well as video watches. And you can actually navigate to those embeds to look at the customization that you might want to edit. And then we have Google Analytics, which is our new big exciting feature here. And essentially, this Google Analytics is the direct integration for GA4. It includes basic stats on your site, how StoryTap videos affect your site. If e-commerce is enabled, we can show how we impact that as well. And it provides access essentially to a ton of data without needing to give us full access to your GA4. So reviewing here, we have overview, we can do the sessions, we can filter by the days, by the months, by the years. We can look at current engagement and how the session duration, screen page review per session, as well as session per user has been ranking, whether it's going up or down, and then the e-commerce overview, just for some general stats there. So again, really exciting feature here that we're excited to talk about, and I will be creating a more in-depth video just to discuss the elements and what each value means. Now, the next section we'll be talking about is our storylines, and we have made some adjustments to our storyline process. So now, when you make a storyline, moving forward, every storyline that is created will now default to a vertical orientation. We also have created the option to set the forest orientation, so that way vertical videos are mandatory rather than landscape. You can toggle that off if you want a different configuration, but as we're moving towards many platforms that are using vertical video, we thought it'd be a great way just to lock this in for future video collection to keep on par. Another element that we've updated in our system is the default welcome video. So we have generated a default welcome video just to use, unless you have one for your own case that you like to upload. And now when you're going through the storyline process, you don't have to manually upload that default welcome video every single time. Lastly, we've made some improvements to our quarter handling. So depending on the device drivers on your camera, on your device, we do have some error handling in place to ensure that there's no issues with that. Now that takes us to the next section, which is video Q&A. And in our video Q&A section, we have also made a few changes here. One of the biggest things that we've updated is our search functionality. So when you go into our search and you were to filter, you can now see they have a few new categories that we can upload to really differentiate what kind of questions are missing, to review, in progress, unanswered, ones that are maybe user submitted. In the top right question here, we've added new AI question generator. So we've changed the verbiage for that. That way, if you do want to create some questions and you need the assistance of artificial intelligence, we do support that. And that's a really fun feature just to give you some ideas behind questions you may want to add on your system. Another element that we added to our system here is an easier approval process for accept and unaccept. So for example, if you scroll down to a question with 2 videos like this one, we now have a little modal that pops up and you can actually see the questions that are available. And if you don't like one, you can hit unaccept and you can accept the other one. So that's a nice little upgrade that we have added to our system just from a visual standpoint for the UI to make it a bit easier when you're navigating through and accepting your questions. Lastly, if I jump over to this quick example here and we scroll down to Salty Face and we look at their video FAQ, one element that we've been asked in the past is to add searchable descriptions that are actually hidden. So for example, does the TAN transfer? We can add some keywords within the description section here, but we can mark it as visible, but they are still searchable. So if you were to search for those keywords, these questions can pop up as suggestions, and it makes it a little bit easier for users to find what they're looking for when they're navigating through your video FAQ. Now, lastly, the last section we're talking about is our miscellaneous section. So improvement that we made to our system on the homepage is some new homepage notifications. If you take a look up here, you can see that we have a new Google Analytics feature. And if you want to connect now, you can hit that button. We also have an overview of some questions that are currently pending that haven't been accepted. So again, a few reminders just to ensure that you're optimizing your backend, you're using all the features that are currently in place, and you're not forgetting about any videos that may be sitting on the backend that haven't been approved yet. We also made a change to the ability to make an embed call to action go to a specific product URL instead of a generic link. So to give some context there, if we were to navigate to Hearts and we clicked play, hit pause and click this call to action, instead of having a generic link here, we can actually link directly to a product URL. So if you wanted to buy that exact product, you can end up right on that page right from the get-go, and it limits the navigation that a user may have to go down towards. And lastly, if you go back to our system here, under internal, we have a new tab that falls under integrations. And that integrations tab essentially allows us to manage our GA4 connections. So that's our full update for May 18th, 2023. Super exciting updates here. Hope this is a helpful video, and stay tuned because I will be breaking this down into smaller segmented videos to give you a better understanding behind all the different releases that we made for this update. Thanks for watching, everyone.